Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the evening update here on Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage. We are talking about a major Arctic blast, the likes of which we have not seen in several years across the United States and Canada. We're going to be diving into how cold our temperatures will be and the wind chills as well. And a major winter storm is looking increasingly likely near the Gulf Coast, moving up the southeast and into the mid-Atlantic as we go into next week. And it's only a week out, so we're going to dive into the details on that as well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow along on all my daily updates here on the channel by turning on the post notification bell, and so you're notified for videos, live streams I do in the future. Like the video, give it a thumbs up down below, and share this video on social media with your friends, family, and anybody that you know. Definitely appreciate it a lot. Let's look here at the weather alerts across the southwest US, because we don't want to forget our friends over here in Southern California. We have red flag warnings that still extend in and around the Los Angeles area over here towards San Diego, and that is for the wildfire concerns that we still have across Southern California. In the valleys, we have freeze warnings where temperatures will be getting much colder. Here are the fire weather outlook as we go into tonight. We still have an extremely critical area of fire weather concerns to the north of the city of Los Angeles, over here towards Santa Barbara, Riverside, and down towards San Diego, still dealing with critical fire weather concerns going through tonight. Tomorrow, the same thing holds true. As we go into Wednesday, you can see the critical fire weather in red from Santa Barbara in and around the area here of Los Angeles to Riverside and down towards San Diego. And then finally, by Thursday, our fire weather concerns start to drop a bit, but still seeing elevated conditions from Santa Barbara over here toward Los Angeles downtown, and also into the Riverside area east of Los Angeles. So keeping an eye on that. Let's look at our temperatures. Low temperatures tomorrow morning, and this is the coldest air of the season thus far. As we go into tomorrow morning for the Midwest, temperatures in and around the 0 degree mark, and when you factor in the wind, it could feel a lot significantly colder than what it actually is with the temperature out there. Looking here at -10, -15, perhaps even -20 degree wind chills up across Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern Iowa, northern Illinois, and some of that extending into Indiana and Ohio. I don't think it will be as significant, but still wind chills in the single digits below zero there into the Ohio Valley for Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon comes around, we warm up our temperatures into the teens and 20s across the Midwest, Great Lakes, and the Northeast, and our wind chills will start to improve as well. At least they'll be above zero for most areas Wednesday afternoon, so that will be some good news. Let's look here at the precipitation across the United States and southern Canada. Tonight, outside of lake effect snow, really not seeing much, maybe a little bit of light drizzle down here into south central Texas, not that big of a deal. Going into Wednesday, we got a clipper system diving down from Canada into the United States. This could bring some lighter snow into northeastern and eastern portions of Minnesota, far northwoods of Wisconsin here, and even some snow up across the Canadian border into Ontario as well. And you can see that'll spread across the Great Lakes into Michigan, the upper peninsula, the lower peninsula as we go into Wednesday night. And that could drop a little bit of snow for us out here, maybe on the order of around 1 to 2 inches. And if you're downwind of Lake Michigan in western lower Michigan, we could see some enhanced totals of around 4 to 5 inches at times. And over here east of Toronto, we could see over a foot of snow with some lake effect snow over here in the eastern Great Lakes. Overall, travel should not be impacted significantly, but if you are in around those lake effect snow bands, they could be more moderate travel disruptions here downwind of Lake Michigan in western lower Michigan, parts of the upper peninsula, over here in northwest Pennsylvania, western New York State from Buffalo, Orchard Park, all the way up there toward Watertown, New York. That's the area where we're concerned about some lake effect snow as we go through Thursday. Going into the late week time frame, Thursday, January 16th, and into Friday, January 17th, notice the browns, the maroon reds here. This is mild Pacific air that will be moving from west to east across the United States, and this is going to offer up a little bit of a surprise to us as our temperatures will be warming up as we go into late this week. So Thursday afternoon, look at the freezing line going all the way to the north here into the upper Midwest, still below freezing in the Northeast. We do have a snowpack on the ground, so it is going to keep our temperatures down below freezing, but not significantly so. We're still in the 20s. Look at all the 40s and 50s to go around. Friday morning, it's going to be a much warmer morning to start, and the temperatures in the 20s out here, maybe some teens in the northeast, but nothing we can't handle, and a higher springboard of which to start. Our temperatures Friday afternoon will climb well into the 40s, even up into the Midwest. Look at 45 in Des Moines, 46 in Omaha, 40 on the lakefront in Chicago, and pushing near 50 at 48 degrees in St. Louis. Would not shock me if we hit 50 in St. Louis Friday afternoon, and that's going to melt a lot of our snow here that we've seen over the previous snowstorms in the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic. And also, looking here at the jet stream late this week, it's going to push further to the north with this ridge of high pressure and this mild air moving in. That jet stream is going to move further north into Canada. That will bring a clipper system track across the southern Canadian prairie, so British Columbia all the way east to Quebec. You could have a chance for snow Thursday into Friday here, and it could be a narrow swath of some potent snow as well, as we could be seeing a good 6 to 8 inches here from Alberta into Saskatchewan. Here's a better look at it, and you can see our western Canadian provinces are going to have the best chance of seeing several inches of accumulating snow here just Thursday into Friday during that 24 or 36 hour period here, and lighter snowfall the further east you go, but still a couple inches in Ontario and western Quebec as we go into late this week. Then the floodgates open as we go into the weekend. Saturday, January 18th, here comes the Arctic front, and you can see it here. It's going to extend from the eastern Great Lakes down through the Midwest and into the southern plains. All behind it is cold Arctic air, and it's going to get even stronger as we go into Sunday. There's the front across the East Coast, all the way down near the Gulf Coast here in coastal Texas on Sunday. Look at these purples behind it, entering into the United States from Canada, into the northern plains, into the upper Midwest, upper Great Lakes region. Those are temperatures 40 to 45 degrees below normal there on Sunday the 19th, and then it gets even worse as we go into Martin Luther King Day on Monday on the 20th, with temperatures about 50 degrees below normal, especially out here into the higher elevations, but still across portions of the plains and upper Midwest, not a cakewalk at all. There's the front on Monday. It's all the way off the East Coast, all the way down to southern Florida, off the Gulf Coast, and all the way down here into northern Mexico. So this is a massive cold front that will be moving through the United States and Canada this weekend. So let's look at those temperatures. Saturday afternoon, there's the freezing line. There's the front from Detroit roughly down to St. Louis and into the Oklahoma City, Tulsa area, extending back there toward Amarillo. Behind that, temperatures are going to be very cold. Wind chills Saturday afternoon, yes, in the afternoon, are going to be in the teens below zero up here into the northern United States. Sunday afternoon gets even colder. The freezing line drops a little bit further south. These are high temperatures Sunday afternoon, minus 13 up here in North Dakota, minus 10s, minus 11s here into northern Minnesota, wind chills pushing into the minus 25 to minus 35 degrees below zero range, and that would probably introduce more wind chill advisories, wind chill warnings up in this part of the country, so make sure you're mindful of that. This type of cold can actually produce frostbite in as little as 15 to 20 minutes, so this is some serious stuff as we go into Sunday, and it only gets more serious from there as we go into Martin Luther King Day. Look at this 1048 high pressure, and this is an Arctic high pressure system, the likes of which you see over the North Pole, really. So looking here at Monday afternoon, Martin Luther King Day, here are your highs. We might not get above minus 15 across a large chunk of the northern U.S. here, and our wind chills will not improve beyond minus 30 in a lot of our northern states as we go into Monday afternoon on Martin Luther King Day. And look at that, wind chills in the single digits all the way down to Oklahoma here, southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, even into Tennessee, and we have the freezing line. We could be at 27 for a wind chill Monday afternoon in New Orleans, 30 in Montgomery, and 26 there with the wind chill in Atlanta Monday afternoon. So that's some serious stuff. Looking here at the storm track, we do have a storm in between. So as this transition is happening, we'll have a mix of rain and snow across the Ohio Valley into the Mid-Atlantic here Saturday. Saturday night could spread some snow mainly into interior New England. Still some mild air along the I-95 corridor, so that should remain mostly liquid, or at least some freezing precipitation trying to mix in. Then as we go into Sunday, maybe another weaker system moving through the Appalachians there in West Virginia up toward the Poconos in Pennsylvania. That'll continue to maybe produce some snow there along the I-95 corridor, so heads up in Boston, Hartford down to New York City. At least some light snow Sunday night can be expected. Then as we go into Monday, a lot of the snow and precipitation's gone, and it's all about our 1048 high pressure as that really starts to bring in all that Arctic air. And looking at the snowfall between Saturday, January 18th, and Monday, Martin Luther King Day, January 20th, could be seeing a couple of inches of snow from the Ohio Valley into the Northeast, and this could include the I-95 corridor this time from Boston down to Hartford, New York City, and even into Trenton. So we'll keep a very close eye on that. Going into next week, it's not just Monday, Martin Luther King Day, but beyond. As we go through Sunday, January 26th, our cold air will remain landlocked in place across the eastern and central United States, and should I add the southern United States as well. And with our jet stream pushing further south because of that cold air, we do have a positively tilted trough down here in northern Mexico, and it's going to be pretty far south early next week. And a lot of the operational models, as long as also several ensembles are showing this as well. Here's the European model for next Tuesday on the 21st, and it's not like it's that far out. It's only 7 days away from today, and you can see freezing line perhaps producing freezing precipitation like freezing rain, sleet or snow in Houston, Victoria, Texas, even down here into Lake Charles. New Orleans could even see that as well Tuesday. Big ice storm being advertised here across the Carolinas into Georgia. That'll be something that's a little bit lower confidence right now because it's 7-8 days out, but something we'll have to watch. And then there's that heavy snow line that could be from Monroe, Louisiana, through Jackson, Mississippi, Chattanooga, and even northern parts of Alabama like Florence, Huntsville, and then all the way up into Virginia Wednesday, and then Thursday that zips across and off the East Coast. Looking here at the European model snowfall, again, don't take much stock into the amounts it shows, but the actual path of the snow. Looking here at East Texas, perhaps Southeast Texas, through Louisiana, Mississippi, all the way up here through Alabama, North Georgia, Eastern Tennessee, and then into the Mid-Atlantic and parts of the Carolinas, especially North Carolina there. The ice could be notable. This could be a significant ice threat here somewhere across the deep south or southeast from Alabama into Georgia and the Carolinas, all the way up here into the Mid-Atlantic coast between Tuesday and Thursday. And then the GFS model, pretty much in the same ballpark. You got that icy mix across the Gulf Coast, that thin, narrow area of heavy snow there. And again, it is advertising a notable winter storm across the Carolinas as we even go into Wednesday before that zips off the coast on Thursday here. So looking at the GFS, a little bit more further to the south with the snow, not as much for the I-95 corridor, but you get the idea. And here's the ice storm threat further to the south as we go through that Tuesday through Thursday timeframe, the 21st through the 23rd later next week. And looking at the probability of an inch or more of snow through the 26th of January, which is next Sunday, you can see it's screaming the chance of snow all the way down here into Texas near Houston, into Lake Charles, into areas like Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte. You guys have a decent chance, 40 to 50% chance of an inch of snow or more through Sunday. And then where there's probabilities, there's a chance, right? So you can see 3 inches or more of snow, still looking at low probabilities, 20, 30%. But again, where there's a number, there's a chance. And you can see even 6 inches or more of snow, there's still a 10, 20% chance across Georgia, into the Carolinas and Virginia. So it's not like it can't happen. The odds are there, and it's something we'll be tracking as we go deeper into next week. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check back often for daily updates here on this channel, as we'll likely be doing 2-a-days from here on out all the way through this system here and through the end of January with an active pattern. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video down below by giving it a thumbs up. Share this video with friends, family, and on social media. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want to leave any comments, questions, concerns below about anything that you want to know about weather or the upcoming weather pattern, please do so down below, and I'll answer those later on today. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Tuesday out there.